Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Jasmine the Buffet Witch, but you already know that. And welcome to my specialty playlist. So really quick, I want to redo this video. I've tried to record it a few times, and the last time I did, while everything I was saying was great and concise and quick and to the point, I had a literal chunk of lipstick on my incisor and it was just driving me nuts. So here we are to do it again. So I've started this playlist. You will see that these videos are in a playlist, and I've kind of just jumped in because again, I'd already recorded this video. But my specialty playlist is going to house multichromes, duochromes, holographic shades, liquid shadows, cream shadows, putties, things like that. All those specialty things, basically anything that's not a traditional eyeshadow. I'm doing this playlist because as a dark-skinned person with a brown skin tone and an olive undertone, I'm having a really hard time loving multichromes and duochromes the way that I want to. There's definitely love to be had with them just as is, but when it comes to having a functional makeup collection, I think there are some things you need to grapple with when it comes to those types of finishes. Having a acceptance and understanding that you are not always going to get what you see in the pan on your eyes really will help you to be okay or not be okay with multichromes. And I don't want to speak for too many people, so I'm only going to speak for myself and maybe somebody with my skin tone who is also dabbling with growing a multichrome duochrome specialty shade collection. Because of my undertone, a lot of multichromes that are lighter bases go gold, green, and like maybe a little bit orangey on me. And you're at the buffet, we're gonna burp, right? And while that's not always a bad thing, when you get palettes of multichromes and duochromes, it can be a little bit disheartening to have like 15 of them and swatch them all in your skin tone to have 5 of them look just about identical. So in this playlist, I'm just going to be showing you the ways that I get multichromes to work for me, that how I get to pull each and every type of shade out of them so that they can all have their day, and just how I figure out how to use this product that can look so drastically different from the pan to tilting the pan to on a swatch of the pad of the finger to the back of the hand to the eye, with a base, without a base, white base, black base, brown base, green base, blue base, you know, the whole spiel. So that's what I'm here to do in this playlist. So you're gonna see some videos where I'm not talking and videos where I am talking because I talk a lot. Okay, so we're gonna get started. Now, I only have a few brands of multichromes, duochromes, and whatnot, but if you look within your collection, because this is not a finish that you need to go out and buy. You can, but you probably have more than you think you do. Juvia's Place is a great place to check. If you have a few Juvia's Place palettes, swatch out those shimmers. Swatch them out against different eyeshadows. Like put down a base, pop on an eyeshadow, swatch it on top of that. Because Juvia's Place has snuck in a lot of like transforming shades that I was not aware of until I depotted them and had all of my shimmers set aside. Anastasia Beverly Hills, in the newer palettes, there are a few multichromes, shifting, sparkly shades that do a lot of stuff in that. Highlighters. Check out color highlighters. NYX just came out with a bunch of those buttermelt highlighters. Those are holographic shades. So yes, you can use them as highlighters. I do have a holographic highlighter on today from Blend Cosmetics, or Blend Bunny Cosmetics, the Noctilucent, unfortunately discontinued, I'm sorry. But highlighters are a really great place to start, especially if you're maybe not interested in multichromes, but you want to rock with a holochrome. That's going to give you that kind of alien-esque, like galactical shine. Those are some of my favorites, okay? So there are brands that are doing these types of finishes. They may just not be like the star of the show, and you may not be readily looking for them, so you might miss them. So you don't need to go out and buy new things. See what you have in your collection, have a little swatch party, and discover all the glitz and glam that you probably already have. But in today's video, we're going to do something fun. I don't know what we're going to do. I don't ever plan these things. I just get here and I just do things. I've pulled out the DVC. I've been waving it around. the Dee Dee Signature Chromebook Volume 1. There is a Chromebook Volume 2. I'm not going to be getting it because I need this baby to do her job first before we even think about talking to her best friend, okay? So this is what this palette looks like. It's really, really pretty, and I want to use as many of these shades as I can, okay? The base of everything today is going to be the color case from Made by Mitchell, my favorite product in my collection. This is the Electrics. I have gone ahead and swirled them all up. It was so much fun. I really just sat and I just wanted to do something fun in my collection that wasn't shopping my stash, that wasn't putting any makeup on me. And I decided I'm gonna just listen to some music while I swirl and twirl. And I had a great time mixing these all up. I mix up all of my palettes so they're nice and creamy and ready to go. So I want to do something fun today. Let's do that. All right, nothing on my eyes, and I also pulled out my eye tool in case we need to do a little demo, a little inspiration, a little, you know, sketch out to see what colors we're going to use. So without looking at any inspiration, I don't know, I just want to do something fun, or maybe something basic. I don't know. Let's see. I don't know what color to use. I love this green. It's my favorite. And I've been loving lavender. You know, I've been doing a lot of lavender. I've been doing a lot of coral. After a while, there's not too many colors you can do, you know? So, kind of feeling this blue. Fuck it, let's just wing it. I cuss. So there's that. Sometimes I don't know what the best brush is for this because it's a formula that has some distance to it, but you also want to control it. So I'm gonna play some music and let you watch while I figure this ish out. Because what are we doing? So before we get started, I just swatched out a few colors that I was thinking about using. All right, now music time. So I like that blend. I like the color. We're gonna leave the inner portion alone because I usually like to put something a little bit more brightening there. But let's work on the lower lash line with this look. I don't know if I want to pull it away from these tones by adding like green, or if we should just stick to this palette. But I do want to use another of the color case shades. So I'm gonna go in with like a pencil brush, and I think we're gonna stick with this same tone. So I'm just gonna go back in with that same shade. I could have used the same brush, but she's in it now. And I'm just going to smudge this right under. And this is literally the same shade of the last About Face shade I put down here. What can I say? And then just using a smaller brush, I'm just going to repeat the same shades on the lower lash line. Actually, I think we might actually go a little bit lighter on the lower lash line. So I think I might start with this shade here and then move into that one. Even though for the top, I actually used more of a teal shade. We're gonna go with this like baby bath blue. And I know what you're thinking, well, why don't you use a corresponding like pinkish shade with that color case? Well, that's just the base. We don't really need to adhere to the same colors. Thank you for the emphasis, motor pad. I think that was a moped actually. But I do that because partially it's just about having a primer. And for the multichromes and the shimmers we're putting on top, that's when the color of the base becomes more important for me. And that's why we're just gonna stick some blue on top of that coral shade. And I'm going in with that darker purpley blue and just on the outer portion, bringing those together so you get a little bit of a gradient, more something you see up close. All right, now it's time for those shims. Okay. So using the Chromebook Volume 1 from DD Signature, hold on, let me just put my cap on. Nothing worse than getting these all over the place because they are difficult to remove. So, oh, so pretty. So really quick, why don't I do a little demo for you here. I'm gonna just take that shade, we have it right there. And I used one of these and it actually stained my tool, which is odd, but there she is. So I'm just spreading that same shade that I have on my lid on Bettina's lid. I named it Bettina. All right, Bettina, got yourself a coral smoky eye. This tool is so much fun. It's creepy, but it's fun. Okay, so I'm not trying to be neat here, but we've got her a nice little coral smoker, okay? I'm just gonna take whatever's on my brush and see if we can mimic a little bit of what's on my eye. Just a bit. Not gonna try too hard because I'm not trying to use all my eyeshadow on this. Okay. But looking at these shades, let me get out a makeup wipe so we can swatch just a few shades to figure out who's going on the eyes. All right, we got our wipe. Let's dry off my fingies. And let's see, who are we gonna swatch today? So I do like to, if I can, get a shimmer that's gonna bridge the dark and the light shade together, and then a shimmer that is going to be like on the lid as the star of the show. And then of course I like a shimmer for the inner corner, and sometimes I like a different shimmer for the lower lash line. I know, I do a lot. Buffet Witch, you want a lot of options, okay? So, let's see. I don't really wanna use Cinnamon Swirl. She's pretty, but she's basic, she's boring, okay? Especially for the shade on the eye, it's just going to go like pink, okay? Not too fun, not exciting. We wanna mix it up, mixology, okay? So we could do Snowy Hooves, which is a white base, but it has like a pink shift, but the pink is a little bit brighter than that first one, Cinnamon Swirl. We could use my favorite shade, which is Starlight or Twinkle Toes or Fantasy. Okay, Starlight, Twinkle Toes. Oh, these are so pretty. Look at these shades. But then on my skin tone, they do a little flip-flop, okay? But they're so pretty. They're so pretty. Oh my God. I've got to figure out how to do swatches so you can see them. Like, how do people do it? Because these are stunning, absolutely stunning. And then we have Buttercup. She's giving me blue-brown a little bit, minus the burgundy undertone. I don't care for Citrine Sparkle and Almond Latte because they're just variations of gold on me. Greeny gold, so those are just not my favorite. They're beautiful, there is a time and a place, but again, it ain't right now and it ain't here. Okay, then we have probably my favorite of them because I literally forgot that this is actually my favorite, and it is Peach Blossom. This shade here, it has a green flip, but it is so stinky pretty. It's like a rose gold with a green flip. It's so pretty. That swatch on me, again, the way you're seeing it, it's giving you gold, green. You really don't see all that much. I'm seeing a beautiful pink green shift. It's so pretty. So I think that's probably going to be on the inner portion of the eye. And I think to merge the pink and the blue, we are going to go with, you know what? I didn't swatch Blueberry or Dreamy Daisy for you. So Blueberry and Dreamy Daisy. Blueberry, blue and purple. Dreamy Daisy. It's a little bit of the same with a squinch of like teal. I think we're gonna go with Blueberry, and we're gonna have her marry these two right here, and then we're gonna go in with Peach Blossom and a little bit of Snowy Hooves on the inner portion, okay? So I'm gonna use the same brush for this. I like a dense packing brush for this. I'm gonna bring out my color switchy guy, and we're gonna go into Blueberry. Get close to you again, so hopefully you can see. A little bit of Blueberry. Just right up that line. Okay, And that's just how I soften like a harsh blend. And this is the beauty of multi-textures, like using different textures in one look. You don't have to worry about like matte eyeshadows if they don't blend perfectly. Shimmers will cover everything, okay? So next we're going to go into Peach Blossom. That's gonna go on the bulk of the lid. And then I'm going to put Snowy Hooves. And I will try to take some swatches and some pictures of this so you can see what I'm talking about. And you know I suck at this. Look at that. Look at me. Just dyslexic, just crazy. Can't figure it out. How do I do it? Am I doing it? Can you see it? Am I doing it at all? I don't know. I'm trying. Okay. On the lower lash line, we're going to put just a little bit of Blueberry, and then the rest is just going to be Peach Blossom. Okay, so I want Blueberry and that gorgeous blue. There we go. And then Peach Blossom on the rest. All right, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye. I don't think we're going to do liner today. I really don't think this needs liner. I'm gonna do that, pop on some mascara, probably pop on a gloss, take off my headband, and we will call this video done. Back in a jiffy. All right, guys, we are finished, and I love it. I think it came out really beautiful. So the last thing I did is I went in with my Chameleon holographic highlighter from Wet n Wild, and I just put that on the inner corner and a little bit at the arch of my brow, and that is it. I put on a clear gloss on top of my Lip Bar liquid lipstick in Drama Queen, and that is the finished look. I really, really like it. Now, I don't really know how to properly capture Multichromes on screen, but I can tell you it is doing all kinds of goodness. It's so beautiful. I don't know how to do this. You know, I suck at this. But we are getting all kinds of shim, glitz, and glam. And you know what? I bought a little thing to try to do this. I bought a new mirror. So you can hopefully see that we're getting like all kinds of gorgeous rainbow on this look. It's so pretty. I love it. Multichromes are so satisfying. Like, if you just want it just so you can see it, I think it's a win either way you spin the dreidel. But as far as like photography and like capturing it on film, it's really tricky for me. I don't know how Bad to the Brow does it, but she does it well. But yeah, that is the finished look. Multichromes and duochromes holographic shades can be so fun. I think it's just one of those products that really stretches the creativity, makes you feel just like that chick. I don't know. It makes me want to go somewhere with a lot of strobing lights and like just look a lot of lights for me just to be like looking and blink, 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 blink. It's just so pretty. Every time I put them on, I'm like, I don't want to take it off. I want to go to sleep right now, just like this, and wake up just like this and say, I woke up like this, you know? But yeah, that's it, guys. I hope you're interested in seeing what else we create. This is going to be an ongoing playlist. I don't see an end in sight because the possibilities are literally endless, especially with that color case of mine. What a great product. What a great product. But thank you so much for tuning into the channel. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed your time with me. Don't forget to bring back all your things for the next video, which will be very, very soon. But until then, exfoliate your lips, do all the things, vitamins, hydration. It's been me, Jasmine, the Buffet Witch, and you already know that, even though I threw you off by doing it all out of order, keeping you on your toes. Take care, and I will talk to you in the next video. Bye.